I said 7:30, so I was trying to rush into it.
Yeah, no worries.
Like, because I wrote in the Google community or whatever.
Oh, that's perfect.
Couldn't technically we have? Oh no, that wouldn't work.
And we live.
Yeah, I guess we are. Yeah, like I'm talking to you and little role reversal here. Little role reversal.
Something else I like to do is I open up YouTube and Twitch. That way I just know that it's working. That's the only other suggestion I have. Otherwise, should be good. Cool. You want to set up headphones?
Cool. Oh yeah.
So you want to set up headphones? Cool. Sit down here.
Oh yeah.
So you want to set up headphones? Sit down here.
Oh yeah.
Turn on at the bottom. There's like his off 1 2 here. Turn that to 2. And throw those on.
Throw these bad boys on.
Throw them suckers on.
Here we go.
So whatever you hear, they can hear.
Throw these bad boys on.
Throw them suckers on.
Here we go.
Mic check 1 2. Okay, I'm good too.
Okay, so
1 2.
who's third? I'm third overall. So
That's great. So you're gonna get
Alvin Kamara in theory.
In theory, yeah.
I'm third overall.
Barkley, McCaffrey, Kamara. So you're gonna get. It's pretty good.
Alvin Kamara in theory.
Nick Chubb's a guy that we have a lot lower. We have him at 3.9, or we have him at 11th, and he's ranked 6th here.
Yeah, that's pretty high. I like Nick Chubb. I think he's really good. I mean, that's pretty high praise, man. That's almost saying that he's not going to be affected by the Hunt return. I like Nick Chubb. I think he's really good. I mean, that's pretty high praise. Like, that's almost we actually had Chubb as a better running back than Barkley before the draft. Oddly enough, we had Chubb and Barkley in a league of their own. It's a good movie with Gina Davis. My draft doesn't start for 25 minutes here, so it's gonna be tough to fill the air here.
It's fine. You should scroll through and see what you think about where guys are listed.
Well,
should scroll through and see. I'm going to use the same filter as you as the draft goes along. And maybe I'll keep track of who's been drafted.
It's probably an idea. So who do I do? I'm going to have 3 and 15, which would be 16 on this.
No, it'll be higher because it's going to be a snake draft, right?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
You should have the... I'm guessing if you scroll down on there. Can you scroll down on this?
It's right here.
Oh, there you go.
I have
22.
22, so that means 23 on here. So carry on. That's who that would be, in theory.
Which is pretty much where you've got it. Where he's listed there.
And after that would be, let's see here, 27, which means 28, Mike Evans. I don't know why I'm coloring all these. They don't need to be colored. Oh, why not? I don't know why I'm coloring all these. They don't need to be colored. Oh, why not? 47th. 52. The it has the Bears up here. I might veto that.
Well, the one thing about defenses and stuff and kickers is we're gonna wait till the last 2 rounds for both, depending on how you feel about drafting a certain defense.
Those are the only things I'm gonna, because they don't take into account.
Well, if you go to the very bottom, who are like the last 10 or 15 players on this list?
Because they don't take into account.
Well, if you go to the very all running backs, right?
Yeah.
So if anything,
I'll be taking Kareem Hunt down here, just because you have the best chance for a playoff, and that's not taken into account. He's not playing.
Can you see where Hunt's listed on Yahoo?
You have the best chance for a playoff, and that's not taken into account. He's not playing.
Yeah, 177. So
it's close.
That's reasonable.
Yeah.
But essentially, what this is telling us is, if we want to take, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 running backs. We want to take them as early and often as we can.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see who's available even. We'll see who's available even.
Oh yeah.
But it doesn't work on your filter?
Once I turn the filter on, it'll be fine.
Yeah. It doesn't work on your filter? Yeah, I'm gonna make a couple judgment calls, but I'm gonna follow the list about as close as I can. There'll be some very thin judgment calls. Yeah, I'm gonna make a couple judgment calls, but I'm gonna follow the list about as close as I can. There'll be some very thin judgment calls. This chair situation's unforgiving, but I'm enjoying it. I like attrition.
Is that hurting?
What's that?
Is that chair hurting?
Oh, I got a big foam pillow underneath that. I'm so bony that I don't know if it helps. What's that? Like I said, I was boning it. Good one. Big foam pillow underneath that. I'm so bony that I don't know if it helps. For those rewatching, Fat Guy broke his chair yesterday. He broke his chair, so now he's replaced it with his grandfather's dorm room table from like 1948. These chairs are sturdy though, I gotta be honest. His grandfather's dorm room table from 1948. These chairs are sturdy though, I gotta be honest. Let me look at some of the bonuses they were talking about. Just if it comes down to work like one way or another, then I'd like to know. Let me go with. Just if it comes down to work like one way or another.
I fixed your monitors. They were actually, because I unplugged everything, it was left to right instead of like up.
Oh yeah.
I was trying to figure out why it wasn't smoothly going back and forth.
Oh yeah.
Trying to figure out why it wasn't smoothly going back and forth. What's going on, Alan? We're playing. It's no PPR.
No point PPR, and this is like an old person style fantasy draft. So these guys have it's 6 points for a touchdown pass. So our list here. Just kind of right here, up top, we have a power list, and that number is points above replacement. So we'll be drafting by that. It's going to look a little bit funny because of that passing thing. Quarterbacks will be a bit higher than they usually are, but that's the reason. And if you are wondering, my team's name is Guy Kiss Party 69. I like to shake the boomers at any chance that I can get. And if you are wondering, my team's name is Guy Kiss Party 69. But look at them; they're not gonna like that.
Yeah, a couple of good names.
Yeah, they're okay. Like one guy's name is 49er Dynasty, and the other guy's Raider Nation. That's really boring.
Yeah, a couple of good names.
Yeah, they're okay. Like one guy's name is. Yeah, the draft's in 18 minutes. And the other guy's Raider Nation. That's really boring. Yeah, the draft's in 18 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna type it out just so the next person can see it. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna type it out just so the next person can see it. Went all Cleveland today. You have a necklace. They're like Mardi Gras beads. I think I'm chesty enough where I could get them. I think that's in line. Went all Cleveland today. You have a necklace. They're like Mardi Gras. Once you put the t-shirt on though, it's a must to put the hat. I have 5 hats though, so I should have worn my really dirty 2009 Cleveland Browns draft hat. I think that's the Trent Richardson year, maybe 2010. Now I gotta look. I should have worn my really dirty 2009 Cleveland Browns draft hat. I think that's the Trent Richardson year, maybe 2010. Now I gotta look. He was a 2012 pick. Oh, I was way off. Yeah, absolutely, Alan. Absolutely. If we were to just put out the list now, yeah, because we have. Let me see. That would kind of push someone like Derrick Henry up really high. I think we have him here as 7th. Oh no, he's far down the list. But he's in there, yeah. That would kind of push someone like Derrick Henry up really high. And honestly, Alan, out where I live, we're Canadian. It's not PPR isn't as big a thing. So I've heard of quarter point PPR, which I don't really know what the point would be there. I mean, I guess it does sway it a little bit, and it also too decreases the chance of ties. So I have the 3rd overall pick. The way we have it set up is I'm going to take Alvin Kamara if he's available. He's 2nd overall though in the Yahoo rankings, and it's a Yahoo draft. So if I end up with McCaffrey or Kamara, that's fine with me. I mean, these are my favorite players. I actually prefer David Johnson, but our numbers have David Johnson as 6, and we're going to use this sheet we have with the points above replacement stat. We're going to use that as a good tester. This isn't a league that is my favorite necessarily, so we're gonna give it a go here. See how the list works. And we get to reflect back on it too. That's another good thing. So we're gonna give it a go here. See how the list works. And we get to reflect back on it too. That's another good thing. What numbers are you putting in?
I'm just putting in. This is the draft number.
What numbers are you putting in? Oh, they're the draft ranking overall?
Yeah, like where they should be picked. So I updated that, so now you've got all the right picks highlighted.
Oh, they're the draft ranking? I like carry on.
Yeah, like where they should be picked.
Oh, he's the same as Henry?
So now you've got all the right
That's
picks
tough.
highlighted.
I like Who's rated higher on this?
Is on our view, is it still everyone can see?
Yeah.
Yeah, Alan, you mentioned that all the pass catching running backs need to be reassessed with a 0-point PPR. I'm not sure if the fat guy said this earlier, but how we've got this set up is we can go in and change it. So to give 1 point for pass per reception, and all these numbers will update So then we would have new position tier list for each one.
Yeah.
Right now, a lot of the work is just manually done. Like we can do it quite fast, like probably within an hour. But for now, we've got it set up ready for our draft, and then hopefully we'll have it ready so someone like you could use it going forward.
Yeah.
Because
we're building templates in Google Sheets, and we most certainly have a position tier list. The way to do that too is you can just filter. Here, I'll do it right here. So let me see what it looks like for you. Yeah, it's probably. I'm gonna zoom in a bit so maybe you can see. You can just filter. Here, I'll do it right here. Maybe I can zoom in. Maybe I'll just full
Control
screen.
plus on.
Yeah, it's probably Control plus.
Yeah.
Maybe you can see a little better. You see this filter button? I can just clear all the positions and say I want to do running back. There we go. That number over there would be overall draft. We could easily just put a ranking number in as well.
Some of this stuff is what I do is change to this
overall draft. We could easily
just put a screen, and then from here you can always hide your left screen just because it's blocking off. And then can you adjust my webcam to be to have me further to the left and smaller?
Oh yeah. There you go. Figuring out the technicals, Alan.
Make me a little bit smaller, that way I'm not cutting off so much of the...
Why? You're a big rye, though. There you go. Figuring out the technicals, Alan. Cool. Look at his Google Glass. He looks like a CEO. And I look like a drunk guy from Cleveland. Yeah, so you can switch this for every tier list. And don't forget, like, this tier list is generated based on the rules, right? So, yeah, Google Sheets is incredible. Like, we all love... the reason it's cut off, too, is we looked at the average draft positions in the last couple of years for this league. And we just pretty much took the top positions so we didn't have to rank everything. It more or less make it a little bit more condensed for us. If we were to do an extended sheet, we wouldn't be doing that.
But all this is dependent on how many teams are in your league and what the scoring is, because it's going to be different for every league. Like if you're doing a 14-team PPR and we're doing an 8-team normal league, you can't use the same rankings. It just doesn't work. And even right now, I'm noticing, because we haven't really done this yet. This is our first, I guess you could call it, live run at this. I have to adjust the kickers and the defense next time to be the last 24 picks rather than like we're not going to draft a kicker or a defense 47th overall no matter what this tells us.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's just a flaw in the system at the moment.
Yeah, there's another thing too that defenses will get adjusted. It's something that I came up with that me and Big Ryan ended up using last year to really great success. Is we did playoff defenses. And something that I came up with. Teams that we're looking at is you want teams that have an easy skit, like teams that defenses are dominant when it's playoff time, because a lot of it's harder to stream defenses. Pretty much every year it gets harder, it feels like, and if you're doing well, your waiver claims are lower, so you kind of need to stockpile. You need to stockpile defenses that have excellent matchups. So here I'm gonna. Ooh, give me 1 second. I'm gonna show you what I mean by that. Here I'm gonna. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna show you what I mean by that. Like oddly enough, I like the Jets. I like the Jets defense solely for matchup. Oddly enough, I like the Jets. I like the Jets defense solely for matchup. Okay. Okay. All right, we're going to put it up. Sorry, I'm a little slow on the... All right, here we go. This is another one of our sheets. Okay, so week 14. Sorry, I'm a little slow on the... All right, here we go. This is another one of our sheets. Okay, so week 14. Okay. Just give it a second. It's just loading the top. And perfect. So if we look at the weekly schedule, these are win percentages. We use this stuff for like Survivor and things of that nature. And this is a cohesive sheet. So if you change, you get to put in a power ratings for one team. And then that will change everything. Oops. You get to put in a... So anyways, here's how it is. Here's how it breaks down. We have the Jets at home to Miami, which would be the first week of the playoffs in the league that I'm in. So that's something I'm very like. That's pretty good. And some of the Jets, if we were to bring up the Jets schedule, it's pretty decent too. Philadelphia is the other one that I like. That's why I'm bringing it up. And some of the Jets, if we were to bring up the Jets schedule, give it a second to load. Philadelphia is the other one that I like. That's why. There we go. The Jets is winning 8 games. Well, they're at home to Buffalo. That's excellent week 1. At home to Cleveland probably isn't the greatest. At New England, at Philadelphia, disaster. At home to Dallas could be decent. At home to New England, no good. At Jacksonville might be okay. At Miami should be okay. At home to the Giants is great. At Washington, those are really reasonable, you know. So at Baltimore could be okay, but they're at the most important one is the first week of playoffs. Miami is the Jets are at home to Miami, so that's kind of they're playable throughout the year. I'm probably gonna roll with 2 defenses. I always do 2 or 3. Sounds crazy, but it's more about having them so other good teams don't. Because realistically, you want the strongest starting lineup. And if you have a really good receiver, you're not going to play him. You're not going to not play him. So I'm going to bring up Philadelphia. It's another team I like. At home to Washington, who has a quarterback. I don't want to say controversy, but I'm going to say deficiency. At Atlanta is bad. At home to Detroit is just fine with me. At Green Bay, not so good. At the Jets... at home to the Jets, not bad. At Minnesota, not that good. At Dallas could be okay. At Buffalo should be fine. At home to Chicago could be okay. At home to New England, or at home to Seattle, those are tougher ones. Seattle could be okay. At Miami is fine. Another week 14 too. So even if I'm mistaken on the Jets, if I take the Eagles as well, they're at home to the Giants. It's easy. And then look, week 15, the next week, if I manage to make it to the semifinals of this fantasy league, they're at Washington. Those are that's just excellent. Week 15, the next week, if I manage to make it. All right, here we go. 5 minutes till my draft coming up, so this fantasy league better get at Washington. See if everyone's logged in. Everyone's in. Wow. All right, here we go. 5 minutes till my draft. There's probably some trash talking. Not very much. Better get. See if everyone's logged in. Everyone's in. Wow. There's probably some trash talking. Not very much. Yeah, absolutely, Alan. That is one of the difficulties. But the one thing, though, that's okay about that is yeah, absolutely, Alan. That is one of the difficulties. We can be pretty sure that Miami isn't going to be a good offense. And when you don't invest so much in a defense such as Houston, we can be pretty like if you're trying to take like a tier 3 defense, you're going to be able to probably get that. You're gonna probably be able to switch that around early. Like I'm just drafting it now, but like this could change. This happens all the time. Cincinnati had a really easy schedule for fantasy playoffs last year, but Cincinnati's defense was awful, right? So Cincinnati had a really easy schedule for fantasy playoffs last year, but so I mean, there's you're not wrong. Let's put it that way. So I mean, you're not wrong. Let's put it that way. Yeah, but there's adjustability in the defense. If your picks that have easy matchups, you're gonna be able to get them in the first 4 or 5 weeks. So if your picks that have easy matchups, you're gonna be able to get them in the first 4 or 5 weeks. So. Here we go, 3 minutes.
You shout out who's drafted, and then I'll put a 1 beside their name. We can always organize this where we don't have any of the ones, so it's easy to tell who's on the list to be drafted.
We can do that. Yeah, I'm a better announcer. I think you're better at databases. Let's be real here. I'm a better announcer. You're better at databases. Let's be real here. They're playing the music now, so it's getting tense. I hate when people leave and rejoin all the time. Someone's doing that. They're playing the music now, so it's getting tense. I hate when people leave and rejoin all the time. Someone's doing that.
Alan, when's your fantasy draft this year? Alan, when's your fantasy draft this year? I've got it up where we've got the offense and defense. I'm actually going to delete this for now.
Why?
Because it's not schedule adjusted for playoffs yet.
Ah, that makes sense. He says late, the 26th. Yeah. And that is late. You know what's kind of nice, though, is you might get some clarity on, hopefully you get some clarity on the running back situations between Gordon and Elliott. Is you might get some clarity on, hopefully you get some clarity on the running back situations between Gordon and Elliott. All right, 1 minute. All right, 1 minute.
Yeah, our next draft is on the 28th, so it's pretty much around the same time.
Yeah, he's talking about our main draft. Big Rye won it last year. I came last, but that was on purpose because it's a keeper, and I managed to have every draft pick within the 6th round, which is pretty good. So I have multiple of everything.
And I don't end up drafting a player that goes down with a serious injury during a preseason game
Yeah.
practice before the season actually begins.
Yeah.
Otherwise known as Darius Geis and others. Yeah, that's very true, Alan. Nothing can be more frustrating than spending like a 2nd or 3rd round pick on a guy that's never going to play that season.
Jerick McKinnon?
Yeah.
That was the big one last year along with Geis.
Yeah, so far there hasn't been any huge injuries as far as fantasy is concerned.
No. Who's the biggest one? Derwin James and then Avery Williamson, I would say. Who knows about Andrew Luck, though? There's still that.
Yeah, that's true.
Here we go.
So it looks like Barkley went first.
Where does it say that?
I saw it in right there.
Kamara went 2nd, so I'm going to take Christian McCaffrey then, as is the plan. There we go, Christian McCaffrey. Now, again, not really my favorite player, but that's what the list says. We're going with the list today. So I don't mind David Johnson, to be honest, but this is an interesting experiment too. So we've been really successful lately with fantasy. So yeah, CMC, there we go.
What's going on, Capricorn Chuck Taylors? How you doing tonight?
That's a good name, Capricorn Chuck Taylor.
And you came just in time. The draft just started.
Okay, and I am the team. All right. To clarify, my team name is Guy Kiss Party 69. It will upset. This is the type of group where it's a good demographic to upset people. Fat Guy is anything but a pot stirrer. If I'm anything, I'm a pot stirrer. There you go. That makes more sense.
So we have quite the layover between picks. Just keep shouting out who gets drafted. You might be able to click on teams, where it says players, teams, draft results, standings. There you go. Draft results, probably the easiest way for us to follow along.
There you go. Elliott, fourth.
Fourth.
That could backfire.
Hopkins. Who we had 13th on our list. He goes 5th overall.
Oh, this guy's the worst.
But V's?
Yeah, he is by far the worst. He always does terribly. He takes forever.
Who are we hoping to grab in the second round? Probably...
Yeah, it'd be probably Henry or Kerryon Johnson.
Dalvin Cook, George Kittle. Ideally, we get a guy like Kelce.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Oh, Big Rye's talking about like if those guys fall. I just don't know if they are.
Derrick Henry, Kerryon Johnson, Chris Carson, Damian Williams, Leonard Fournette. We're gonna always lean towards running backs. So
and tight ends though. Hold on, Big Rye. We kind of switched. Tight ends are really rare because when you get a tight end, it's there's so few of them. You can it hurts someone else. It really does. We like running backs and tight ends. We do. In fantasy, that is. Is this guy for real? Okay, David Johnson. Did you get that down?
Yeah.
How do they not know their first pick? Like, this is the easiest one.
People are probably thinking it over.
No, they're probably drinking at Broncos' house.
Nick Chubb goes 7th.
Chubb, okay. Are you just deleting them once they go?
Yeah. You mind pulling up to see where Kelce is actually listed? He's 14. So pretty unlikely that Kelce falls to us.
I like it. I like it.
What kind of league do you got, Capricorn?
There's a bunch of draft picks. Oh, man. Someone took Patrick Mahomes, 9th overall. What?
Well, we have him listed as 8th, so it's not too far.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, the rules. Sorry. It's a 6 point for touchdowns in this league. I keep forgetting that.
Devontae Adams as well.
James Conner,
who we had ranked 7th, so there's good value there for 49er Dynasty, who picks him up at 11.
Yeah, he came last year. I wouldn't worry about him.
Well, every year's a new year in fantasy.
What, the guy's been in the bottom 3 for like 5 years. Mismanagement is the key there.
As Ellie Goulding would say,
anything can happen. Mind you, you came last all the time except for last year.
That's true.
Crushing last year.
Interesting that Chubb went before Connor.
I'm going to have to agree there.
Yeah, there's a lot more, Hunt's out for the start of the season, suspension-wise. But when he comes back, you have a feeling that those two guys are going to split some sort of time. Now it said Chubb for the first half of the season, but how much will a timeshare when Hunt returns? So
I want a playoff team. I don't want a regular season team.
Yeah, you're reiterating what we said. So exactly that's the reason why you should be drafting a guy like Kareem Hunt, even though he's going 177th in Yahoo leagues at the moment.
Because if what if Chubb picks up an injury too? Like that's a big time. Like just you want to put yourself in a position to win. You got to hit home runs. Doing well in the regular season doesn't do anything. It's a bit like hockey.
So Todd Gurley goes 12.
I think there's... Where do we have it there?
We have him at 10.
10, so. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. I would love for Kelce to get there. I could see that too. I really could.
It'll be hard for him to fall.
It'll be hard. It's only like 6-7 picks. Because people don't like tight ends in this league. I would be very happy if that happened. Yeah, because we have him 5th. Okay. Dalvin Cook. Odell Beckham. Where's Odell Beckham? I don't even see him. Odell Beckham's 30th on our list. There you go.
So Beckham went 14th, right after Cook.
He went ahead of Michael Thomas? Okay, who just went? Michael Thomas? And then Joe Mixon.
Said Michael Thomas got drafted?
Michael Thomas went 15th to Broncos. 16th to Joe Mixon.
Okay. So Kelce's still on the board, but there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more picks to go. Kerryon
Johnson. Wow.
A guy that we were looking at drafting.
It's fine, though. If we end up with Kittle or Kelce, that would be a big win in my estimation. I really like... Having a star tight end is important to me. Yeah, that might be true. Alan, they totally have switched. Michael Thomas is just... He's a production monster. He really is. I'm just surprised. Another thing, too, is Odell Beckham. There's a lot of mouths to feed in that offense. You are right, though, about that. About the switching. Because I think that's why the transition for New Orleans is going to be a little bit better. Julio's got to go soon, too, eh?
Well, we have Kelce, Julio, Tyreek, Melvin Gordon.
There he goes, Julio. Can I make 3 picks? Hill is going to be too tempting for someone here, I think.
Well, for us right now, it goes Kelce, Hill, Gordon, Kittle.
There's a good chance we'll get one of the 2 tight ends. I'm really happy about that. Assuming it happens, we'll see.
And Kelce is a big upgrade over Kittle as far as our points above replacement is concerned.
Yeah, it'd be a big deal. Told you, this guy's the worst. This guy is actually the worst.
Someone went.
Damian Williams. Hey, 2 picks. We can make it.
Someone else goes.
Wow, we only got to make it 1. Tyreek Hill. We got to make it 1 pick to Kelce. This would be a big deal. Please.
If Kelce doesn't go, you have to choose between Melvin Gordon and George Kittle.
I'm going to take George Kittle. Gordon's uncertainty.
if we get Kelce here, this is a huge deal.
This is so annoying. I'm actually like a little bit nervous about this pick, to say the least. I know this is a big deal for us. Really big deal.
Oh.
Are you serious?
Well, take Kittle.
Dad, oh, always. Always they do that. Always. I can't wait one pick. Just one. Oh, that hurts.
That's the difference between 5th in our league and 19th right there. So
we
lost
hurts.
a lot of capital there, but with the which pick was that?
That I got Kittle at?
It's 22, so we got the 19th pick at 22, which is still nice.
That's good. And we got the 2nd at 3rd. I mean, as far as we're going, we're still doing well, but that was see, I knew it. They can't, nothing good can go in my way that way.
Pull up draft results. I just want to keep a close eye here. It's going to be easy for us to make decisions on who to take, so we don't really need to see those players as much. Juju goes, we had as our second best guy still left. There's a few good players still listed here. We got Melvin Gordon, Derrick Henry, Chris Carson, Leonard Fournette, as well as Marlon Mack. So we're going to get one of those 5 running backs. Capricorn says it's crazy that Juju is still there. He just went 23rd. I know you probably said that right as we made our pick. People are high on Juju. We had him pretty high as well. He slid a couple picks.
I'm still happy we got Kittle. Sorry, that's Kittle's still a good thing.
Kittle is very good. We would have been so excited if we had Kelce.
Kelce would have been a big deal for us. I'm gonna try and trade him for him after this because the guy clearly didn't want it. He timed out. There's a little bit of online poker psychology I'm using here. Oh, come on. This is the David Montgomery. Okay.
Who was 43rd on our list, so that was quite a reach for a young running back. That's really nice. That still means you're going to get to choose between Melvin Gordon, Derrick Henry, Chris Carson, and Leonard Fournette. What I would suggest is make that into like a notepad file, and then you can copy and paste it if someone asks. Because when you put that in, it'll new people coming into the stream aren't going to see old comments.
All right. You thought they would.
You can also pull up, I think, teams there. So Devonta Freeman was the next pick, who we didn't have till 32.
All right, so who are we looking at now?
My recommendation would be Melvin Gordon.
I think that one we're gonna have to disagree on because it's uncertain.
Derrick Henry's next up, or Chris Carson. So you're looking at one of those two guys.
It'll be Derrick Henry then.
Was there another pick that I missed there? Or was Devonta Freeman the last guy?
Devonta Freeman, yeah.
I'm loving this draft setup. It just makes decision making so easy to have this points above replacement. So someone was drafted. Derrick Henry is still available.
Marlon
Mack's off the board. And you're going to be taking Derrick Henry over Melvin Gordon?
I will be taking Derrick Henry over Melvin.
Okay.
It's also, I think that he'll be drafted. I think that people will be scared, and I might be able to get. I'm okay with taking him with my next pick if he slides, and I have a feeling he will.
Can you see if you already made the pick?
Yep.
Can you see where he's being selected right now?
Ooh, 38.
Melvin Gordon's 38. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
How are you doing tonight? Yeah, we're drafting early.
Yeah, that's how the league's set up.
And sorry, I missed who got drafted after Derrick Henry.
T.Y. Hilton.
Who we have as 39th on our list. He goes 28th overall.
I don't mind a second tight end either. If that comes to fruition.
Mark, I'm guessing you got a draft coming up. What day is your draft on?
Monday, yeah. Like I said, like me and Alan were talking earlier, is it's a bit better because we're gonna have more clarity on the Melvin Gordon, Ezekiel Elliott situation.
We got a couple minutes between picks. I'm just gonna quickly grab a drink and then I'll catch up to all the picks I missed.
Antonio Brown, boys. Antonio Brown. I thought he was gonna slide. I really did. Aaron Jones. Yeah, we think so too. I like Austin Eckler, and Justin Jackson is good too. Like, it looks to play the part a bit. I might end up taking Melvin Gordon anyways, though, which is annoying. I hate doing this kind of stuff. But it would be my third running back, so it wouldn't be like... There's tremendous upside in case it does happen. You kind of need home runs, and like these situations don't creep up too often. We'll see, though.
So I heard a couple of picks while I was out.
Aaron Jones, Antonio Brown, Aaron Jones.
31 and 33, respectively. Or the opposite. Brown's 33, Aaron Jones 31.
Melvin Gordon just went.
Melvin Gordon goes. What did he get selected at? 31.
31.
So at 17 on our list, to be picked 31 is great value. You are risking it on him returning.
It's a big risk.
Mark says, I'm thinking Austin Eckler is going to be a good pickup this year, given that Melvin Gordon's situation.
I comment on that, yeah. Here you go. Fournette went. Chris Carson's way down here.
Perfect.
So I'm gonna, even though I want Chris Carson, I'm gonna buy. Oh shoot! When's my next pick? I'm gonna bypass him and hope he's available the next one.
I disagree, but we'll see who's available when you get there. Because Chris Carson's number 2.
Oh shoot! Yeah. Sorry. I'm not drafting for a while. Absolutely.
You're gonna be drafting at 40.
Yeah. I'm definitely targeting Chris Carson. He's mistaken, or I'm mistaken rather. In all this hubbub, I forgot where I was drafting. Mark Ingram.
Mark Ingram, who we have listed at 42 overall, ends up getting selected 33rd.
It's like sitting on a donut.
Looking comfy.
It's very... Adam Thielen, okay. Someone's going to jump on Mike Evans. Sony Michel.
So that's Thielen and Michel. I'm pretty happy with these picks so far. Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, and George Kittle. I know a lot of people, you can't go too wrong in the first 3 rounds anyways.
Come on, Cam. He's taking forever. I wonder what he's doing. Oh, he's hit 2 in a row. Figure it out. Matt Ryan, that was the first quarterback. He was high on my list. And high decent for us, I think, too, but that's way too early.
Well, we also, I should mention that Patrick Mahomes went very, very early, but Matt Ryan's been the first quarterback selected outside of the top 6 or whatever. And then there goes Mike Evans, a good pick by.
Yeah.
He gets him at 37. We have him as 27th on our draft board. We still have Chris Carson at 23. If he can fall to 46, that's going to be a really nice win for us. It would make up for that.
He's listed at 54 too, so that'll kind of help it. I think that one's going to be easy.
We'll see. If not, we also have guys like Zach Ertz, Josh Jacobs, as well as possibly our first quarterback in Deshaun Watson.
Zach Ertz. Could I get away with it? I can't. I gotta take him. This is going how I like to. I really don't like taking receivers, to be honest. Big Rye won a fantasy. Came second in a fantasy league with essentially 2 11th and 12th round receivers, and only 2 of them. He made a trade later on, acquiring some pretty star receivers. But
it's much easier to trade for receivers when you have good running backs and good tight ends.
Yes. Josh Jacobs, okay. Amari Cooper and Josh Jacobs. Chris Carson. Oh!
Can you pull up draft results just to make sure I hit all 3 of those guys?
That sucks.
Amari Cooper, Josh Jacobs, and Chris Carson have gone. So Chris Carson ends up going 40th, and we had him listed at 23rd. So next up on our list, we have Zach Ertz, as well as Deshaun Watson. I'm guessing it's going to be Deshaun Watson that you end up taking, which is unlike.
I hope it's Zach Ertz. Yeah, it was so close to getting Kelce, and I was reasonably close to getting Carson, but of course that can't be. I'd really like to get Zach Ertz here, but.
Pull up draft results. Let's see who got taken.
Keenan Allen,
who was the 3rd best guy left on our board.
Zach Ertz is Dallas Goedert is a threat to Zach Ertz, but for me he's been a really big fantasy player the last 2 years. Really big. He was Big Rise starting tight end in both leagues, eh?
I believe so. I had Gronkowski as well, and Kelce, so it's hard to say.
I think you had Ertz in both of them. They traded you in the let's call it the White Rock League.
Could have been.
Okay.
So there's 4 more picks till we pick, which is 5th. So we're going to get some sort of semblance of Zach Ertz, Deshaun Watson, Aaron Rodgers, Andrew Luck, O.J. Howard, or
Stephon Diggs just went.
Philip Lindsay.
Can I make it 3 picks over Ertz? Is that possible? Yeah. Robert Woods. Am I going to lose one right at the goal line again? That'll be upsetting. I feel like this is the guy to take. Ertz is the guy to take here, though, if you don't.
Ertz, Watson, A-Rod, Luck, O.J. Howard, Philip Lindsay. But we do have Ertz as almost a point better than Deshaun Watson.
What's
Who
that?
else was drafted?
Miles Sanders. Can I not get screwed here again? This would be really unfortunate. The guy I want, just one pick before again.
Miles Sanders we have is 124th on our list, so that was quite the reach. Ertz we have is 29th on our list. He's ranked 28th on Yahoo, and we're picking at 46th. I doubt Saquon will because he took... What's his name before?
He has Kelce, so it would be unlikely. Come on, don't do it. No. I know I get bad at beating. I get bad at beating all the time. Yes. So who did he take? Brandon Cooks.
He takes Brandon Cooks. I assume you're going to be taking Zach Ertz.
There we go. There we go. Some good luck for Fat Man. And then, is Watson available still? Yes.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So
quarterbacks go pretty quick here.
Watson, Rodgers, and Luck are all three guys that you'll be able to target here. So hopefully you get one of those three. They're kind of in the second tier for us as far as quarterbacks are concerned, just after Mahomes.
I love having this two tight end thing, by the way, guys, just from a strategy standpoint. It gives you more flexibility. The other teams, there's 6 good tight ends. I have 2 of them. It's a 12-team league. It's good. Someone's going to be going without. There'll be a bunch of teams hurting. There'll be 6 teams hurting. 4 to 6 teams really hurting.
And it's all about points above replacement, guys. So Zach Ertz is 2.2 points above replacement, whereas a guy like Edelman is only 0.7. So Ertz is technically 3 times more valuable as a tight end than Edelman is to the average wide receiver. Keep it on draft results for now, just so we can keep track of this stuff. It's going to be pretty easy for us to make selections based off of.
Yeah, that's true.
Based off of this list. This is actually falling really nice to be able to pick up a quarterback with this next pick.
Yeah.
Assuming that Watson, Rodgers, and Luck don't go in the next 3 picks. There goes Watson. So I might have jinxed it. But we still have Rodgers. We still have Luck. Obviously, Rodgers is the guy that you want with Luck's injury at the moment.
You're going to ignore the DST and the kicker. We're not going to be taking those. Do I just filter them out?
Sure. And then, do you want to hold 2 quarterbacks?
No.
Or possibly hold them?
No. And the other thing, too, if the 2 quarterbacks go in a row, I got to take O.J. Howard. That's not going to happen. Because I can't use him. It'll hurt my starting lineup too much.
But you can add Philip Lindsay.
Yeah, I'll go Philip Lindsay.
To take a quarterback, though.
I want Aaron Rodgers is what I want. Luck scares me a lot. Like a lot.
Slow White Broncos just selected Deshaun Watson, so it's unlikely he's going to select a quarterback.
Yeah, it'll be up to Womb Raider.
Can you check Womb Raider? So Womb Raider does not have a quarterback.
And he has 2 running backs.
Check draft results. I see someone just got picked. So
Philip Lindsay. Interesting. That was our...
We still do have Drew Brees, so I wouldn't sweat it.
Yeah.
But Rodgers is almost a full point better.
Yeah, I really need Aaron Rodgers here. If it can fall, that would be really big for me.
Keep it on draft result just so we can see who Womb Raider ends up taking.
Hopefully he takes OJ Howard. That would be nice.
Some other running backs that are still available that you could look at as well is Lamar Miller, Kenyon Drake, Tevin Coleman, James White. Starting to become thin at running back pretty fast. Luckily, you have two guys that can start in McCaffrey and Henry. So Aaron Rodgers gets selected.
Of course.
So now you have the choice between Andrew Luck. I don't think you want OJ Howard. Drew Brees is still available. He is the third best player selected.
We're going to go with the list. This scares me a lot, guys. I got to be honest. This scares me a lot. Well, let me just read one more report.
Luck's going to play.
Luck's going to play.
And if not, we'll be able to pick up a quarterback later.
Yeah, that sucks. That's another guy who was right before who I wanted.
Do you want me to take out quarterbacks from this list?
Yeah.
And how about tight ends? Do you want to draft any more tight ends?
Perhaps.
Okay.
Perhaps.
So right now we're just looking at running backs, tight ends, and receivers. Still a plethora of players, mostly receivers and tight ends. So I'm assuming that you're going to want to be targeting more running backs.
Yeah, we don't have a wide receiver yet. Just a heads up.
Okay. So I believe we have quite
Galladay and Godwin are
picks.
below. Where's Galladay in this? Oh, there he is. My mistake. I think the next two picks are probably going to be wide receivers, to be honest.
Pull up draft results because for now it's just going to be about us. I'm going to pull everything up, and then when it's time for us to pick, I can sort. That way I can track who has gone where. It was a little bit unfortunate to have Deshaun Watson and Aaron Rodgers picked before Luck.
Yeah,
but that's
we got to win with Zach Ertz though. Cooper Kupp.
Kupp's 92nd on our list.
He's the third receiver on the team. I like Cooper Kupp. Don't get me wrong, but
you can bet Cooper Kupp at 163 to 1 to win MVP.
Yeah, sure.
Which is surprising.
I'll put this out there. I'll offer anyone 200 to 1.
There you go. You heard it here first.
200 to 1 on MVP for Cooper Kupp. What's Zach Zenner's nickname again?
I don't know, White Lightning?
It's a joke about Barry Sanders.
If you're going to search on that. So Tevin Coleman was the next player selected. Listed at 93rd on our list. Our numbers are a little bit skewed because of kickers and defenses.
Yeah, he's got a funny nickname. I can't remember what it was.
He's nicknamed Doc.
No, there's another one. Something to do with Barry Sanders. But like a white version of it. Chris Godwin went. That's Justin. Yeah.
They call him Z2K.
And
and they call him Team Issue, and they call him Doc. Those are 3 nicknames he got back in 2015.
Well, I can't recall. Oh, it's Derry Sanders. That's what it is.
There you go, Derry Sanders.
Did it come up? You looked at it?
No, but you said it, so
Yeah.
it's got to be true. Tyler Lockett as well.
Yeah.
He was 61st on our list, so that's that pick is pretty much on point. OJ Howard's still available. The 44th best player, and we're looking at pick number 56.
Just it's hard to go there. Can you remove DSTs from?
Yeah, for sure. I've got them up right now just so we can, in case someone picks them, but just let me know what positions you're interested in.
I want to get rid of one. I'm just going to.
Okay. So next pick for us is pick number 70, as well as, 75?
Yep.
Where's
Hunter Henry?
Hunter Henry goes. Who was 66th on our list.
Kenny Golladay?
Kenny Golladay. Couple of strong picks.
Tyler Boyd, I'm a big fan of. Aren't that many receivers left, like on this list till later? Mike Williams at 107. Oh, Tyler Boyd's way down there. Oops.
James White.
Cam Newton.
So if you want to get rid of that, click on underneath scenes, BRFG live stream. Click there. And it'll disappear.
Nice. Nice move.
So what's going on, guys? Just let us know when your draft's coming up, who you're looking at drafting,
Kenyon Drake.
guys that you like. I'm not sure where he's listed, but a guy who would be really, really nice to land in your hands is Lamar Miller.
Yeah, absolutely. He's 89th on this list.
So picking at 70 to get a guy who's listed at 55 in our rankings would be a big win. Even OJ Howard's still available.
I might just do it.
If OJ Howard's there, I would definitely recommend it.
Another one went. And Allen Robinson. The most replaceable position is wide receiver, so I'm not worried about it. If I have to take OJ Howard, then so be it.
Jared Cook goes. everything about this draft is focused on points above replacement. So you're trying to get players that are going to perform better than average at their position. So we still have OJ Howard, who's a full point better at tight end compared to Drew Brees, who's second on our list, who's only 0.6 points better than the average quarterback that's going to be selected in this draft.
I didn't have points above replacement in the
there goes Tariq Cohen
in the window, and now I do. It's a par. Big Rise updating the database is one of his strengths, I would say.
Calvin Ridley. Sort by running back. I'm interested to see who's still available and where they're ranked. Latavius Murray, Royce Freeman, Rashad Penny, Lamar Miller, Darius Geis, Darrell Henderson Jr., Austin Eckler. So there is a real chance that you could land Lamar
Jordan
Miller.
Howard is 113th.
Yep.
Where's he on ours?
146th.
What? Wow. I disagree with that one, but that's okay. We're allowed to.
Someone was drafted. If you can pull up results, we'll see who it was.
AJ Green.
It's surprising. Or he's injured, isn't he?
Yeah.
So there's a guy that I forgot earlier who is injured.
Baker Mayfield. Drew Brees.
Pull up draft results again. I'm just trying to. Okay, cool. So it's 2 picks than us. Fat Guy, if I had to guess, you're hoping that Lamar Miller is the guy that falls to you.
Yeah. It's close for me with OJ Howard, but I'm gonna go with Lamar Miller. Even though the par is high, I have 2 tight ends. I have 2 elite tight ends.
And there is, at this point, there's more value in taking backup running backs than backup.
For me, yes, at this juncture, everything considered. OJ Howard went anyway, so that's a moot point.
Take a look at players and see who's listed here. So Tyler Boyd, Robbie Anderson, Mike Williams, DJ Moore, Alshon Jeffrey. Take a look at draft results. You're on the clock.
Yeah.
Jarvis Landry goes. So Lamar Miller is available. The only other player you would be looking at here is Evan Ingram, who I know you're not a huge fan of.
No. Who's the next wide receiver? Tyler Boyd. The difference is on this. I'm actually going to take Tyler Boyd because
Lamar Miller is such a better pick here than Tyler Boyd.
I think it's just great because he's just so far down.
I know, but you're talking about a starting running back.
Yeah.
You need running backs now because that's where all the value goes as you slow down. There's still a chance at 75.
Yeah, I don't think so, though. I don't have one wide receiver that's
it's
the
okay,
issue.
Though. Tyler Boyd isn't going to make or break your season.
Hey, he was good for me last year.
Lamar Miller just offers so much more value. You've got quite the deep team right now.
Yeah, I don't have one wide receiver though, so we're gonna have to fix
fine.
that.
Receivers going to be easy for you to get.
Yeah, and always we only played with 2 last year, and it worked. Who's the next wide receiver up? Boyd and then Mike Williams. I don't think Williams is available.
Tyler Boyd, Mike Williams, Alshon Jeffrey, Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore, Sammy Watkins. The difference between all these players is like less than a point. So passing up on Tyler Boyd to pick up the next guy is...
Tyler Boyd got drafted.
Okay. Is very minimal. Like you're going to get a guy like Mike Williams instead. Who's
I'm fine with Mike Williams. He's a touchdown monster.
Half a point difference.
I like Mike Williams too.
Darius Geis is still available.
It's a tough team to...
Peyton Barber is still available. Austin Eckler. LaShawn McCoy is still available.
Yeah, I don't know what team he's going to be on. And there's 5 running backs on Buffalo.
He's still the best one there.
Yeldon, Gore, McCoy, Devin
Yeldon probably is not going to make the team.
Yeldon probably. Well, the thing is, though, they have to pay LaShawn McCoy so much money. Someone's getting cut, let's put it that way. I don't think it's Gore or Singletary, let's put it that way. The thing is, they always forget about Lamar Miller. He's like a... Russell Wilson went, oh, I might get a guy I want. Lamar Miller does very well. Like, 973 yards and 5 touchdowns and a receiving touchdown. It's fine with me. Like, he's like a standard 1,000-yard guy. My argument wasn't that he was the best pick. I just didn't think he would have gotten picked in between, and I could have got Boyd.
But the drop-off between Lamar Miller and the next best running back compared to Tyler Boyd and the next best receiver is there's quite a bit of a difference there. And that's the same argument the fat guy would have made if he took O.J. Howard.
Yeah. Which I'm glad I didn't have to do that. I would have to do some creative management, let's put it that way, with 3 tight ends. Come on, Ted. Let's go, pal. Mike Williams, of course.
Jarvis Landry got selected, right?
Yes, he did.
That was a guy that we missed because we were excited for the next pick. So Darius Geis actually is the best value pick over any receiver.
I do have to start thinking about my team though. Like I think
receivers you'll be able to, would you be okay if your final 2 receivers were Larry Fitzgerald and Emmanuel Sanders? Because those are the guys getting picked at the end.
Yeah, I guess we're going to go with it. We're going with the list this year.
David Njoku was selected. So Evan Ingram's still available, who's listed as 54th on our list. You'd be drafting him at 75. He has the best points above replacement. You have a bunch of quarterbacks to still choose from between Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, Ben Roethlisberger, Jameis Winston, and Tom Brady. Also, other tight ends, Vance McDonald, Eric Ebron, I wouldn't suggest. Njoku just got picked. My pick would be Darius Geis. At receiver, you could choose between Alshon Jeffrey, Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore, Sammy Watkins. Who'd you go with?
Oh, with Darius Geis.
Geis gives you...
I got 4 starting running backs, so it's a big deal for the fat guy. It's tough to go 0 receive, like pretty much not drafting a receiver.
There's going to be guys available at the end.
There's Austin Eckler going.
No defenses or kickers selected yet, which is not a huge surprise, but a little bit. Usually someone reaches on a defense kind of around this time. That guy cycling through some of his opponent's teams, taking a look. I'm pretty happy with the group of players you've got so far.
Got some good ones, that's for sure. Darrell Henderson Jr.
$150th on our list. See, you're picking up a lot of value in some of these running backs you've picked up compared to what's expected of others.
That's true. Vance McDonald. See, the run on tight ends is going late. I'm glad I had 2 early. And if I need to parlay one, I could definitely do that. Upgrade a wide receiver, perhaps. But because I be honest, I have 3 guys that can play flex, I think.
Yeah, between Ertz, Kittle, Lamar Miller, and Darius Geis, you've got a lot of flexibility at the flex position.
Oh no! You cannot have this shaman on. Shaman. How do you even say it? Evan Ingram went.
Evan Ingram goes. So he ends up getting drafted 79th overall. We had him 54th on our list. So it's an excellent value pick.
This guy might have a really strong team.
Mayfield, Julio Jones, Stephon Diggs, Nick Chubb, Melvin Gordon, Evan Ingram, Tyler Lockett. I know, guys, you're kind of worried about there are Melvin Gordon and Evan Ingram.
And Chubb down the stretch. This is a strong starting lineup. Assuming everyone plays, though.
Because you have Andrew Luck and the uncertainty behind him, there's a chance that you'd be able to pick up Lamar Jackson later, but I know you're a little bit worried about having Lamar Jackson in this league because of how the scoring is. It's a little bit less valuable compared to the standard 4 points for a touchdown.
If I have to stream quarterbacks, that's not the worst thing ever. But I've always never had a quarterback. It's just standard.
There's still a lot of good quarterbacks to be selected. Jared Goff.
DJ Moore just went.
DJ Moore gets selected. He was one of the top receivers we still had available. I got a feeling you're going to be going receiver.
Yeah.
In this next group of guys.
Who are they? Josh Gordon. They're all the guys that I can't. Here, Marvin Jones. I can work with.
Alshon Jeffrey, Robbie Anderson, Sammy Watkins, Josh Gordon, Marvin Jones, Christian Kirk, Dante Pettis, Sterling Sharp, Will Fuller, Curtis Samuel, Dede Westbrook, Corey Davis, Larry Fitzgerald, and Emmanuel Sanders. I think Robbie Anderson is probably the guy I would choose.
Yeah, I'm like
that list.
15 picks away from that though.
Oh, Robbie Anderson's 53rd on the.
That's one of the issues with some of these things. I've been taking guys way earlier than where the Yahoo has them, which is fine, but I might be strategically hurting myself. We're going with this. The one thing though is I think there's going to be some things opening up for me because there's a lot of guys that are just trying to fill out their team, and I've gobbled up Alshon Jeffrey, of course, just went.
So there was Fuller,
Tavius Murray. People are running out of running backs.
I haven't got all those players yet. If you can pull up draft results, so I'm pretty sure I got more. Yeah. Fuller. Wentz.
Jeffrey. And Murray.
Latavius Murray?
Yeah.
Nice fast pick there, which is a nice benefit. The faster this can go, the better, because decisions aren't exactly tough for us to make at the moment.
Jared Goff. Robbie Anderson slipped a lot.
Yeah. I think people are kind of scared of him. I was actually surprised. His over-under for yards receiving is like 1,000. And he's projected right there at 1,000 yards. 7 touchdowns. Robbie Anderson is an underrated receiver.
Yeah, he used to be your least favorite. Oh, he's falling again. Corey Davis. I would be really happy to get Robbie Anderson. I don't know how he's going to make it through this gauntlet of 7 picks, though.
Well, hopefully other people have taken enough receivers where they're starting to look elsewhere. But there's just so much depth at receiver that look at these guys that you're going to have to choose from.
Has Gordon been fully reinstated or conditionally?
He's back.
Where is he on this list? 216. I'll be drafting him at some point. I'm gonna have to go a third receiver. Just because the upside is too big.
I'd agree.
I just don't know if he's going to play. I didn't think I was going to be carrying 3 receivers. Looks like I am. Eric Ebron.
Another pick.
Robbie Anderson. Am I going to draft my least favorite player?
Probably.
He's the next guy up, eh?
Receiver is going to be the position you're at least married to.
Yeah, that's true. You know what I might just do? Cortland Sutton.
It's crazy to think that Sutton's going before Emmanuel Sanders. We don't even have Sutton listed as a guy that was going to be drafted.
Yeah, I'm going to go Watkins and Marvin Jones, I think.
We'll see. There's still...
who's in front of him?
Sammy Watkins is number one right now, then Josh Gordon.
And Marvin Jones, yeah. I don't have to reach on Josh Gordon. I'm going to take 3 receivers in a row, I think. Where's Justin Jackson?
Probably not listed on ours.
Just gonna put Sammy Watkins in the queue. I can't, to be honest, guys, I can't stand Sammy Watkins. I've never liked him. We're going with the list though, and he is. I'll be honest, he's the most polished receiver in this kind of grouping, aside from Larry Fitzgerald. But that's someone knocking on Father Time's door. Sterling Shepard's an interesting one. Where is he on here? Well, minus 1.9.
We've had a couple picks come in.
Royce Freeman.
There still is a case to be made that starting running back Peyton Barber is still available, as well as LaShawn McCoy and a guy you like in Jordan Howard.
Where's the where are they on the list though? We got to follow the maximum of the list.
All those guys fall quite a bit, so you're going to be taking certain receivers before.
I'm gonna go with Gordon though, like because that's what the list says. Not now, but I'm gonna go with him after my next two picks.
How many more bench spots do you have?
I have 3. One will be a defense, one will be Josh Gordon, and the other one will have to be a running back, I would imagine. Kalen Ballage, that's an interesting one. Adrian Peterson.
Ballage and Peterson go back to back, and now it's your pick.
Sammy Watkins.
You make it already?
Yep. How far is Marvin Jones from Sterling Shepard?
Marvin Jones is 0.3 points above replacement, better than Sterling Shepard.
Who's the best player on the list right now? Oh, Mark Andrews. Can't play him though. Kyler Murray.
Mark Andrews isn't the best one right now. You'd have to scroll up to the top.
Aside from the quarterbacks, that is Jordan Reed. It's the same though. It's the same as Mark Andrews.
Good call.
Christian Kirk. I really like Mark Andrews, by the way. Like, really like him. I think he's an awesome player. But we can't go with what I like. We have to go with what makes sense. What the list says.
When it comes to your pick, I'm going to pull up all the receivers and running backs so you can take a look at.
Yeah.
We'll
take a little bit more time on this one. The one thing I might override the a higher par based on Sterling Shepard could have a breakout if a certain quarterback plays sooner rather than later. Talking about Daniel Jones, of course.
I think Stafford is still better.
Yeah.
As well as I'd say Marvin Jones is a better receiver than Sterling Shepard.
Yeah, that's true. Made 2 good points. It's the next pick. I don't mind those guys, and getting them this late is fine.
And the numbers actually say to take Josh Gordon before.
Yeah, but he's ranked 203th. So I can't gamble with that. I'll take it at 118. I can do that, but fat guy's got to put his gut down sometime. This will be it.
You also have Peyton Barber, but you should still take Marvin Jones.
I'm going to be taking Marvin Jones here. I got to fill out my roster a little bit. At running back, I have the best crew in the league. That's without a doubt. McCaffrey, Henry, Lamar Miller, Darius Geis. Don't sleep on Lamar Miller, guys. 1,000 yards every year. I'm totally fine with that. George Kittle and Zach Ertz. I have the best running back crew and the best tight end crew. And that's what I always wanted. That's what I want every year. I have Andrew Luck, which is scary, but if I have to play that game where I have to stream quarterbacks, then so be it. Jordan Howard is a guy I liked anyways. Go on. Come on, buddy.
So Duke Johnson.
I'm taking Marvin Jones. All right. I'm many picks away, so just gonna have Gordon in the queue. So we've been talking the whole time about drafting to win the whole thing, and this is a guy that potentially can do that. He was technically ahead in ours rankings, ahead of Watkins and Marvin Jones, but we have to take into consideration the likelihood of people drafting him, and it's just really low. Could he get drafted? Absolutely. Do I think he is? No. That's why I waited a little bit.
Lamar Jackson goes 100th. So that's a reach for us at his at the ranking that we have him at.
We like Lamar Jackson, don't get me wrong. He gets a little hurt because these rules are 6 points for a touchdown pass, and he's obviously going to throw. I think his over-under was 16.5. Maybe 6. Yeah, there was juice on the under.
See if you can click them. They might have projections listed there. So 17 passing touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 6 rushing touchdowns. So you're really looking at total touchdowns, not just passing touchdowns.
Yeah, because he's going to get. They like the over in the rushing and passing from what his gambling odds are. But that seems optimistic, like everything.
There goes Rashad Penny. So guys like Ben Roethlisberger are still available, who's listed as the average quarterback. There goes Emmanuel Sanders.
Not like Manny.
Made a couple of very nice catches in the first preseason, or in his in the last preseason game, I should say. put if.
Yeah, I get it.
Star.
No. I'm speaking like the nomenclature of the demographic that we're drafting. Dante Pettis, the best hair in the NFL.
Still no kickers or defenses reached on.
What's that? Sorry?
Forgot what I said.
There we go. It's for the viewers. They claim that I was sitting in my undies. Let's take a look here. Close. Close. Hey, no peeking. Devin Funchess.
Funchess isn't listed on our
Hey, Daniel, how you doing?
sheet. What's going on, Mr. Weiss?
Is it Vice or Weiss? I'll give you a little look of our team. Of the team, rather. There we go. Luck, Watkins, Jones, but I have Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, George Kittle, Zach Ertz, Lamar Miller, Darius Geis. Went pretty light on receiver, and I'm totally fine with that. Next up should be Josh Gordon.
Jameis Winston gets selected. We have him listed at 79th, so getting him at 105 is a nice value pick.
12, Daniel. Zero PPR, 6 points for a touchdown. Passing touchdown, that is. It's a strange rule, I don't know. Larry Fitzgerald.
6.
Jalen Samuels. I had 3rd overall, so we went with McCaffrey. Snake draft.
One interesting thing to talk about is handcuffs. The only one that I really like that you could pick up would be Dion Lewis.
Well, yeah, that's okay. It's different style running back. Daniel, that's okay though. 12 means you get 12 and 13. I usually prefer picking later, but I don't know. In recent years, it's been different. Deshaun Jackson just got selected, and Matt Breida.
Deshaun Jackson wasn't listed on our list, and Matt Breida was 152nd.
I'm curious about someone.
Yeah, I'd hardly say you're stuck with 12. You're still going to be able to get really good players at 12 and 13. The tougher part I find is just drafting close together. Like if you have the first pick or the 12th pick and you have to go back to back, that's not my favorite. I prefer to be in a 12-team league around 6 or 7. That way you kind of can space out your picks and get the guys you want to target a lot easier.
Deebo Samuel, that's an interesting one. Oh, that's a guy his name's 49er Dynasty, so you can understand that.
Deebo's not listed.
Yeah, I can't imagine he would be.
What is your draft, Daniel?
From 6th to 17th. And we had him 13th. Nick Chubb.
Chubb will be a good guy to have at the start of the year, and then there's a lot of uncertainty when you go into the latter part of the year, and especially playoffs.
The problem with Chubb is I don't think he's good for a playoff team because you want to win the whole thing. Just tough. It's tough to do. It's tough to do with a guy who might be splitting time, right? You need to hit home runs, and Chubb's a home run if he played all year, and there's a good chance that he's going to play all year, but he's going to split time when you need him most. Not his fault, but just the way of the world at the moment.
And Justice Hill gets drafted off Baltimore. I'm not sure why, but he did.
That is a weird one. Justice Hill?
Yeah.
He's not even on the list. Is Gus Edwards on the list?
No.
Yeah.
Darwin
Thompson. I can understand that.
Not on the list as well.
Phillip Rivers.
Rivers is on the list. 108, so pretty much on par. We still have Ben Roethlisberger, Tom Brady, and Dak Prescott who haven't been selected.
Yeah, me neither, Daniel. Like, he could get none. Like didn't look that good in the preseason, but he's still a former Pro Bowler, NFL rushing leader. I'm assuming Pro Bowl. I can't remember specifically, but I know.
And he's going to come back healthy.
In theory, yeah, he should come back healthy, practicing with the team. But I mean, it still doesn't it's a big what if for a big. I need my top picks playing in the championship because I don't care about being. If I come the second runner up in the league to the playoffs, or I come last, it's no difference to me. It's about making. You want to hit the pay grade. You want to make money. So it's hard to do that when your top player may not be getting full reps.
And Chubb will play well. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, we love Chubb. We had him ahead of Saquon Barkley last year before the draft. LaShawn McCoy.
It's hard to believe McCoy's going 114th.
Not for me. I don't know if he's going to make the team. He's one of the highest paid running backs.
Well, until he gets cut, he's on the team, and he's probably going to be the starter. Dion Lewis goes, a guy that we were talking, or at least I mentioned earlier, about a possible handcuff to Derrick Henry.
No, not this one. This is kind of like this isn't my favorite league necessarily, but we're gonna test out the system and go like just pick best player on the board more or less. There's been a few provisions, but yes, Tony Pollard, interesting one.
Pollard's not listed for us. There was a few picks made there that are made off of just pure excitement over what's happened over the last week or so, but guys that aren't projected to put up big numbers, they need essentially good luck. So you're taking some risks. Some guys are taking some risks here in the 10th round. So you're up next. Josh Gordon is still available.
What are you using for your draft rankings?
We'll answer that in just a second, Daniel, after our pick.
What if they somehow took Josh Gordon before? That'd be hilarious.
No, it could happen.
This guy's already got me twice.
You go Sterling Shepard, which is a guy you were talking about. So Josh Gordon off the board, Sterling Shepard off the board.
So who do we have next? Who are the highest rated players?
Peyton Barber still available. The highest guys are all quarterbacks, tight ends. At running back and receiver, you have Peyton Barber, Dede Westbrook, Ronald Jones, Naeem Hines, C.J. Anderson, Jamal Williams, Ito Smith, Jalen Richard, Chris Thompson, Carlos Hyde.
Peyton Barber?
You still have Kareem Hunt.
He just went.
Kareem Hunt just went?
Yeah. Do you want to answer the question?
So for our rankings, what we've done is we've collected a bunch of projections that guys have over the season. And with those projections, we've decided what the average is for each player, depending on
each position,
depending on their position, as well as how many teams are in our league and how many players are getting drafted. So we're looking at points above replacement level or points above the average with our numbers. So I'd go Barber.
I'm going to go Barber.
So the end of the draft so far has pretty much fallen exactly how we wanted. How many more spots do you have to pick from? Is there one bench spot?
I have one bench spot, which I'm going to use for defense. So I'm going to take a kicker next. I got to see.
Let's pull up kickers and defenses now.
The defenses, though, I already know what I want. I want the Eagles and the Jets. The reason I want the Jets is because they're we're gonna go against a list on that. They're gonna be good they have good playoff matchups. So they'll be my last pick.
Else get selected after other than Chicago?
Peyton Barber, Mecole Hardman, Anthony Miller.
So Zerline, Tucker, Gostkowski.
It'd be nice to get one of these guys. I doubt a lot of them are going to be gone, I would imagine. Yeah, Dede's a good player. I'm not saying he isn't. It's just... I
think they're more worried about Foles, and it's not so much Westbrook's talent. It's the offense that they're going to be running and how he's going to be utilized in that offense. The other thing that's really tough with Dede is that there's like 5 or 6 receivers there that can all cut into his playing time. And that's the one thing you just can't trust is who's going to be playing and pretty much who's going to be getting highlighted. So the Rams D was selected.
Greg Zuerlein. I'll give everyone a little peek into the team right now. Oops. There we go. Luck, Watkins, Jones, Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, George Kittle, Zach Ertz, Lamar Miller, Darius Geis, Josh Gordon, Peyton Barber.
Alexander Madison is selected, running back from Minnesota.
Interesting.
If Dalvin Cook gets hurt, Alexander Madison is going to play a lot in Minnesota.
Yeah. Cook's on shaky ground, let's say.
From a talent standpoint, Dalvin Cook is the better player, but from injury history, like, he's got to stay healthy to be on the field, and last year he wasn't healthy.
No, he was not.
He hasn't seen the field this preseason as a precautionary, but I don't know, it could be a new year for him.
Yeah, I could see that. Nothing would surprise me there. Well, they got to hurry up here. Baltimore D.
The fact I mentioned earlier in some of my few early fantasy drafts, I did quite poorly, and it's because with these late picks, I was taking guys like Mecole Hardman or Devin Singletary or David Montgomery or Alexander Madison.
I don't know if Montgomery would have been considered in that group, but yes.
But the whole point is that there's a lot of excitement behind a lot of those players, but that doesn't translate to pure numbers when it comes to fantasy.
Rarely, yeah.
You want to be drafting actual rather than potential. And we say that when we have a guy like Josh Gordon, but Josh Gordon has proven that he can do it, and he was good
last year when he played. He was fine.
He's in one of the best situations if it does happen.
Yeah.
Ronald Jones was selected 130.
Delaney Walker. That's
Delaney
late
Walker
for Delaney
131.
Walker.
People are just filling in their tight ends now. There goes Justin
Tucker. Austin Hooper. Hooping with Austin. Ito Smith.
You enjoying the stationary chair today?
This is awful, but it's fine. I'm going to say I have 5 starting running backs.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen very often.
Oh, what's going on, Mark? You want to see the team? Fat guy, you want to pull the team to the left again?
Yes. This team's name is Guy Kiss Party, just so you know, Mark.
So at quarterback, this league, quarterbacks get 6 points for a passing touchdown. So Andrew Luck is our quarterback. At receiver, we went late. We've only taken, we took 3, but one's a shot at the dark here. So Sammy Watkins and Marvin Jones are going to be the every week starters, and then Josh Gordon's our prayer that he gets it together and can play games because he could be a difference maker. We drafted 3rd overall, so we picked up Christian McCaffrey, who fell from 2nd, which was nice, as well as picked up Derrick Henry and George Kittle in the 2nd and 3rd rounds. We got Ertz in the 4th round. And then we got to fill it out with Lamar Miller, Darius Geis, and Peyton Barber. 3 guys we're hoping that will be starters for the upcoming season at running back. So that gives us 5 starting running backs. 2 of the top 3. Yep, the 2 tight ends.
The one we always endorse. It's a fat guy special with 2 tight ends. And it hurts other teams really badly. This is the thing. 2 tight ends, like 2 premier tight ends and 5 starting running backs. You're going to hurt other teams doing that.
Yeah. The best part, Mark, is that when you get in, you'll get like 5 or 6 weeks into the season. That's the move Boyd's been talking about.
Yeah.
When you get like 5 or 6 weeks into the season, and there'll be a team that's really good, and then they're going to be starting like Mark Andrews or Delaney Walker.
Mark Andrews is a good player, I think.
They're excellent players, but they're going to put up 2 weeks where they have 0 points, and the fat guy's going to have 15 to 20 between his 2 tight ends. So guys are going to get antsy and want to make a trade where they might have 4 deep receivers. So you can end up trading one of those tight ends for a high-end receiver and win on the trade. That's how I managed to do it last year. It worked out really well.
It did. It really did. People getting antsy for a tight end. They just weren't ready. There were 4 good ones last year, really.
Yeah.
Put up huge points.
Mark, strategy-wise, we went with this points above replacement today. And we kind of studied how much better each player is than guys at their position. Yeah, you're thinking about doing it next week. What day's your draft on again?
But he could stream here.
Yeah. The 26th? Yeah, that's perfect. That's Monday, right?
I think so. Yeah, it is.
Do you get together for the draft, or you do draft online?
Jacksonville one.
Jacksonville one.
I want Harrison Butker.
Gostkowski still available?
Yeah. Why is he ahead? How much?
By 0.3.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he'll be the pick then.
Nice, you're going to go draft at the Tap House? That'll be interesting. I've never done a draft at a bar.
Butker just went. Now Tom Brady.
So you're going to get Gostkowski or Lutz?
Yeah, there's a bit of a difference there, though.
Hopefully.
This guy always gets the guy I want, so.
Yeah, he'll probably take Gostkowski if I had to guess. No, you get Gostkowski.
Who they draft? Minnesota.
Perfect. Gostkowski is a really nice kicker. I think we had him as the 2nd best kicker. Maybe 3rd. I think him and Justin Tucker were tied at 2nd for us. But you can't go wrong with Gostkowski. The boys wanted to do it. Usually we do it at someone's house. Yeah. That's how I've done it in the past. Usually at someone's house or online and at home. I can pull off the kickers now and just focus on, you want to do 2 defenses?
Yeah.
Any more selected while we were...
Oh, yeah. No.
Minnesota, I didn't catch. Yeah, it's fun doing it live. I've never, well, I shouldn't say that. I've pretty much done a live draft with friends before. That was a lot of fun.
I don't know.
We have no clue if Luck's going to be healthy.
We really don't.
But our number's set to take him. Actually, that's something that you could revisit right now. I think Roethlisberger's still available if you want to pick up another quarterback just to be safe. You can pick up a defense anytime during the season.
Yeah, and especially the Jets, too.
Roethlisberger gives you a... Oh, you still haven't picked up a defense yet?
No, I'm going to draft the Eagles first. If Roethlisberger's available, I'll take him. If not, I'll take the Jets.
Yeah, there's a chance you can get him with that last pick.
Yeah. I want the Eagles. It was week 1 again.
The difference between all these defenses is so small that...
yeah, they're week
really
1's against Washington. That's good.
Yeah.
You don't want them for that at home. Will Lutz.
Are the Cowboys still available, or did someone take them?
No, I think they're available. Dante Moncrief.
Dallas might be the best. I know they're the survivor pick.
Yeah, but what does it mean? It's you're gonna have a high over with that.
They play the Giants in Dallas.
They play Miami at home.
And they play at Washington, week 3.
Week 2.
Yeah, sorry, week 2. Those first 3 weeks are good starts.
Buffalo. Playoff time, they're bad.
Yeah. You're probably going to be switching around defenses, though, as the season goes along.
Giants at Washington. Yeah, I'm taking the Eagles. Who's the Eagles' first round draft pick?
Can't remember, but we can pull it up here and see.
It's a D end, I think. I can't remember now why. Andre Dillard, there you go. Left tackle. Is this guy for real?
Yeah, they went Andre Dillard, Miles Sanders in the second round, as well as JJ Arcega-Whiteside. A 4th round pick in Sharif Miller, and a 5th round pick in Clayton Thorson. It's interesting that most of their draft class isn't going to play very much.
Oh, Ben Roethlisberger just went.
Did he?
Yeah.
There's still Dak.
Yeah, I'm gonna take him. Westbrook went. There's a lot of receivers I feel like left. Like you just pick up. Kiki QT, Jerome Allison, Jameson Crowder, Deshaun Hamilton, Golden Tate, Michael Gallup,
Tom Brady and Dak Prescott. I'm not sure if Brady got selected.
Brady went. There's enough guys here you could play at wide receiver. They're not great, but you could play them.
Prescott, Cousins, and Trubisky.
Prescott went. If I'm not playing week 1, I don't need them. Because I can pick them up around here.
Yeah. You just have to wait for them to play against a good team. Like, no one's going to start them against New England.
Yeah, no one's going to hang on to them. I'm going to Kirk Cousins next pick.
Yeah, he's the.
Who plays week? Who do they play week 1? Minnesota.
I think they have a tough game. Atlanta at home.
Heck, I don't know this. Oh, Atlanta at home. That's fine. I don't have one Brown. Oh, not high on them right now. So.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson got selected 100th. He's less valuable in this league because passing touchdowns are worth 6 points. So we had him listed actually as 135th overall.
Yeah, his value gets hurt a lot by that. For a good quarterback, that's 60 points of difference.
His over-under for rushing yards is in the 800s, but I could easily see it going over. To think that he's going to only run for... Well, if he stays healthy, plays all 16 games, and he's held to 50 yards a game, that's going to be impressive.
Oh, Kirk Cousins got drafted.
You still got Trubisky. Drop off between Cousins and Trubisky.
But that's the list.
For ADP wise, you've got Stafford, Derek Carr, but Trubisky's considered the better. And then there's quite a bit of fall off between Trubisky and Garoppolo. It's crazy to think, like last year he's considered to be the 13th best player in fantasy, and you can draft him in the last round. It's bizarre how that is.
Yeah.
Pull up receivers.
He might even be good.
Tyrell Williams stands out to me. Quincy Enunwa.
Yeah. Aguilar.
Enunwa's the guy that stands out to me out of any of those players.
Yeah, we're splitting hairs here. Reyes Thomas. Getting thin after this.
It's an interesting guy. Martavis Bryant, I'm talking about.
He's not on the team.
Golden Tate is actually a good guy to select here.
I'm taking Trubisky. I got 3 receivers. That's enough.
Tate technically might be your best receiver up when he comes back from his suspension.
Yeah. I'll just drop Trubisky if Luck's fine. There's nothing weird about it. Jesus.
I think you go the other way around. I think you take Golden Tate here, and then
Trubisky went, so
yeah. Because now you're going to be spot starting quarterbacks, if anything. You might as well hold on to.
Who am I going to drop?
Well, you drop Tate.
Yeah. Who's in their wide receiver depth?
For the Giants?
Yeah.
Sterling Shepard.
Yeah.
And then it really falls off. They've got I think they have
Benny Fowler, Cody. These guys are garbage.
Yeah, Tate's going to be there number one receiver.
In theory, yeah.
And Ingram. So that was an interesting pick at the very end, because that was out of left field for both of us, but it's only because a lot of the quarterbacks we wanted to save, to be pessimistic with Luck's health.
All right, boys, this is the team, final team. We've got, this is Guy Kiss Party 69, awesome name. We have Andrew Luck at quarterback, Sammy Watkins, Marvin Jones Jr., Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, George Kittle, Zach Ertz, Steven Gostkowski, Philadelphia's defense, Lamar Miller, Darius Geis, Josh Gordon, Peyton Barber, Golden Tate. There's really a bad player in there.
Overall, I think it's a very good draft. The only part of the draft that we wish we could have back would have been to have Kelce over Kittle.
Yeah,
we were close. It was one pick away.
The Luck part I'm a little confused about, because we could have gotten a guy really late, like the 14th round.
Yeah, so, looking back for future drafts, we can wait on quarterbacks.
Yeah, I mean,
Kelce would have been nice, Mark. Yeah, it was really close. I think what pick did we have? 23?
Something like that, yeah.
I think we had the 23rd pick, and he ended up going 22nd. It was, and he was listed as 14th, so we were really holding out hope that would have been it.
All right, gentlemen, this is going to be sayonara from BRFG, I guess.
Yeah, that's it for us. Draft's over. Mark, you have a good night, and everybody else, thanks for joining us. We'll be live streaming back again this weekend. The Fat Guy will be riding solo, maybe 1 or 2 nights this weekend. And you guys have a good night.